Alright, so per usual, when a rapper blows up, everybody starts talking about how they switched up on all of their old friends because now they're famous and rich and everybody's jealous, right? But honestly, that could also have some merit in that when they do blow up, sometimes people do get an ego and they do forget about their friends that are the entire reason why they went up in the first place. And as you already know, we're talking about Yeat here, where there's been a huge hate train on his career ever since 2093 because he kind of switched up the sound of music, whereas before he literally could not miss, or at least perceivingly from the fans, because he had so much hype around his name. I mean, he got the Drake feature, he hopped on Drake's song. You already know he bodied Drake on his own song. Among the endless run that he had on TikTok, Too Alive, Up to Me, Afterlife, you know the deal. But now that he had maybe a miss or a mediocre album that maybe didn't hit the mark with the fans that he cultivated throughout the beginning of his career, they like more of the trap shit rather than the rave music. Now everybody is coming down on him, claiming that he fell off. And while I don't necessarily disagree, I mean, clout wise he definitely didn't, but like music wise, does he still have it? Who really knows? And so with all that being said, you guys already know the story how Opium was beefing with Yeat about how he was the white version of Eminem using auto-tune, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Lil 88, they didn't fuck with him. And then even Can, who is one of the first artists in Slay World to co-sign Yeat, and one of the reasons that he entered into this like underground realm of like the most poppin' upcoming artists, he even publicly disavowed Yeat, claiming that he basically used black music and then went and made white music and realized it didn't work and then tried to go back. But unfortunately, he had already lost the sauce in the process. But again, this was all review. For the new information that we received from Tragic, which is one of Yeat's go-to producers, at least in the past. In fact, he was behind some of Yeat's biggest hits throughout his career, even to this day. I'm talking Money So Big, Sorry About That, Money Twerk, and the list goes on, released and unreleased. And so Tragic really helped Yeat craft his unique sound that initially blew him up. And so you would think that he would stick with Tragic because they've already had so much success in the past that in the future, that's an easy banger for the fans, right? Well, Tragic had something to say about this. In that in the Yeat community on Twitter, fans were begging him to work with Yeat again, saying specifically, "Need you back in the game, man, you tripping." And he replies, "You're right. I should just beg bro to not switch up on me, huh?" Obviously being sarcastic and explaining why he and Yeat don't work anymore, and that according to him, or at least this is what I'm inferring here, they don't work anymore because Yeat moved on to other producers and he switched up on Tragic, even though again, they had so many bangers in the past and made so much money together, but Yeat needed like more clouded people, I guess, like Synthetic and Benny X. And as y'all probably agree, you can't beat the Yeat and Tragic duo. Synthetic and Benny X are fire in their own respect, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, just the synergy that Tragic and Yeat got. There's a reason those songs were so big and why he blew up so fast. Now after this, I just have to say that Tragic came out on his stream doing some PR control. No hate towards him whatsoever, but I'm just saying, he was claiming like, nah, him and Yeat are good, even though the facts and his previous comments on Twitter recently, only a couple days ago, only point towards the fact that they don't really work together. But hey, they're cool, I guess. I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't say that somebody switched up on me publicly if I was cool with them, you know? And then in addition to that, Can had to, of course, troll everybody online once again, but also give his rapper opinions from behind the scenes, essentially responding to somebody saying, "So Yeat really is the bad guy." SMH talking about all of the people dissing him. Is it really just everybody being jealous of his success, or is he actually fucking them over? But Can says just white, which I don't really know what that means. Obviously I know Yeat is white, but maybe he's just saying this is how white people act, where they are the bad people or they switch up on people, or when they're done with using the black culture, they go off and do their own thing. I don't know. Another fan says, "No law, he's still working with old producers like Synthetic. Switched up is a strong term." Can says, "We didn't ask the dick rider with undeveloped brain." But the thing is, I don't really know how locked in Synthetic and Yeat have been. Like, I'm pretty sure he was on Up to Me me, just like Benny X and Filthy, but Tragic I feel like dates way past that to at least 4L. Tragic and Yeat was the combo that blew him up in the first place, whereas Synthetic started working with him after he already started going up. And the hardest part in this rap game, or just clout in general, talking about being a creator, is that initial pump. And that once you get those first like 10,000 followers or fans, then it turns into more of a snowball effect. But like it's really hard to get those first few fans. And so like the day one people that work with you, not that you necessarily owe them a lot, but like there's some sort of camaraderie there that potentially was lost. But in Yeat's defense, I feel like this happens practically with every single famous rapper. And that once you get big and famous, pause, your time gets super stretched out with working with all these big time producers and going to different functions and shows and everything, and you're bound to lose or at least weaken some of the initial relationships that you had. I mean, think about in high school, you had some best friends, you went off to college to go do your own thing, and you know, you don't talk to your old friends as much. And so it's not necessarily always like a disloyalty thing, because I'm sure that Tragic will always be held dear in Yeat's heart for like helping crafting the sound that launched his career initially. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Yeat just switched up on him because he's working with new producers. It just, sometimes you form new relationships and friendships with different people. But of course, I'm not behind the scenes, nor am I in these rapper group chats, so I don't know much, but I can tell you that Tragic here definitely said that he got switched up on, but then he came back and said that, wait, no, they're cool. So you tell me in the comments what you think is going on between Yeat and Tragic. Should they get back together? Pause, because I can't lie, that's the best producer for Yeat style, if you ask me. It's been your boy bobbalam signing off. Of course, make sure to like and subscribe to the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, clap. Nice.